So we will take it one step at a time. Now, Google Analytics is nothing but a web analytics service. So Google lets you measure the efficacy of your campaigns as well as the user behavior on the website. Okay. So with analytics, you can figure out what's happening on your website and app with respect to traffic, which is the number of people visiting your website, as well as, what is their entire movement or flow in the website. When you enter a shop, imagine it's a brick and mortar, you enter a Nike store. Okay. Now you enter the store, you went to the women collection, you pick up a shoe, you try that shoe, you leave it, you go ahead, you go on to the section where socks and all are there. Then you're like, okay, maybe my father also needs something. Let me go to the men's section. You see that, you come back. Okay. Second, you enter the store, you just look around, you don't touch anything, and you come back. Okay. So there are various steps people take, whether it's an offline store and an online store, right? The beauty of the online store is just that you can track every step of your user, right? And for that, we have a lot of metrics and indices, which we are going to be looking at. You can measure the performance, whatever you define as performance. There are a lot of forms, contact me forms available. You can also get them to subscribe to your newsletter. You can also tell them to add something to their cart, right? So whatever you define as an action, conversion, or performance, you can clearly track it. It's also called the key results. And then eventually, all the insights that you have available, you can use to deliver business results. If there is there is a particular page where people are dropping off from, right? Which is like they go to the page, but they don't do anything and they go away. That means there is some problem in that page. Or if there is some product, new offers page that you created and people really click on it and take an action, that means that offer is working well for you or that page is working well for you. So this is all about Google Analytics. Okay. There are various success stories, and you can obviously go through that in detail later. But anything that you guys want to know? Okay. So anything else on analytics? Any confusion? Combination of theory and practical along with internships. Do you mean for analytics, Damayanti? I'm not too sure what you mean by that. Okay, so I'm moving on. So these are various objectives. When we will set up the analytics page, we will see these objectives coming in. Now, at the end of the day, if you give Google or any other software that you're logging in, say, be it MailChimp or HubSpot, if you tell them the reason why you're coming to their website, that just helps them come up with tailor-made content or stuff for you on the website, what they show eventually to you. So it's definitely good for you to clearly specify your objective, but we will come back to this stage. Okay. Now I'm going to the stage of setup, and that's what I had asked some of you people to do. Okay. So what you do is I'm going with you to the incognito window. So yeah, we are going to look at the important reports, right? So don't worry, Chandrani, that's already a part of the exercise today. Okay. So I'm going to the analytics page with you. I already have an analytics account. Okay. Now what I need to do is I need to pretty much, log into the analytics account. So it will show you this screen. Okay. So, you log into the account like you would do. I'm not sure if I remember the password to this account, but so I will let you log into the analytics account and tell me if you're facing an issue. Once you log into the account, you should be coming to the home screen. So after logging into the account, it asks you to start measuring and you'll be able to see the home screen. So those people who've not done it yet, can you please log into the account? And I'll wait for you for a minute till you log in. And meanwhile, let me also see how I can, show you the page that I'm referring to. Those people who know you don't have to fill the property setup when you log in, Rubina. You just have to, that's what, let me show that to you also if you're facing an issue. But it's pretty much like logging into any account like Facebook or any other website. It also gives you an option to log in through Google. So it's like that. Let me show that to you. Meanwhile, I'll let the people who've not logged in to log in. Any challenge anyone is facing to log into the account? Let me know. Okay, give me a second. I'm just going to show you. Give me a second. I was just grabbing my phone to get the ODP. So, because I'm using an incognito window for a new account creation. So give me a second. Okay. So I logged in through an account and it's asking me for a code. So I'm pretty much using, obviously this code is activated at the back end for me. If you don't have a two-step authentication, it will not ask you for a code. Okay. So I'm logging in. Okay. So this is the page and I'm just asking you to reach this page. Has everyone reached this page where you've logged in through the analytics account? Okay, you've reached this page, right? Property name is not showing till now. Is anyone who can't see this page? Can you please say no if you can't see this page, which helps you so I'm logged into the analytics account through my Google account, like Gmail. So Kabyajit, what is the challenge that you're facing? I've pretty much gone to the so you've come to the Shambhu, you have directly come to this page, right? You're referring to this. That's because maybe you already had something set up. Maybe so. Kabyajit, you've also directly come to this page, is it? Okay, then you guys are not stuck, so it's totally okay. Those people who've not reached that page yet, you pretty much have to go do start measuring. And I just want you to be at this page. This will be the page for those people who've never created an analytics account from this ID before. So do you all see this page which says account setup? Okay. Anyone who's stuck, I'm moving very slow and giving you enough time. There are some people who are not talking as much. I want to know what's happening. This is not going to be a study session. You can't see the steps and study it and do it. You'll have to do it with me. Vishal, Siddhi, Rashi, Rahul, Sankar, and Prajwala, Nikki, Ankit, Akrit, Ajay, Akash. Please participate and let me know. Okay. Can I ask you again, those people who've not replied here, to reply with a GA? Those people who've not replied yet on whether they've reached this page. Quickly, guys. Okay. GA, got it. Ajay, Ankit, Priyanka, Rubina. All of you have this page. Shambhu, Kabyajit, Siddhi. Okay. All of you are there. Vishal, got it. Thank you. Sorry for this one. You'll have to be a little bit on the edge of your chair. Okay. Now you have gone to this particular page, right? Where actually this page, this is your page, right? Which we were seeing in the incognito window. For me, since I already have a GA account, I had gone to the main page. Okay. Now don't get confused about GA. What is the difference between GA4 and UA, Universal Analytics, etc., etc. If someone is very, very curious, there is this additional document which is available. But right now, I'm not going to confuse you with these concepts. Okay. You can just say that GA4 is an upgraded version of analytics, which Google is coming with. But at the moment, nothing doing. Let's just get the setup. Okay. This is the account setup. What I would suggest you to do is to please enter either a website or a recognizable name in the accounts. And why I'm asking you to do that is because later, if you're someone like me who has a lot of analytics account, and if I go here and if I've just written my name, okay, then it will get very confusing because I will not know what is this account linked to my name. So that is why I need to have an account which is actually descriptive here. Okay. So please, have a name of the account or the website. The website name would be best because it will not lead to any confusion. Okay. This name is not going to be visible anywhere. It is just for your own reference. Okay. So say website name, or for that matter, businessname.com. Okay. Whatever it is, I will let you, you don't have to write .com. I'm just giving you an indication for the website. Say, for example, if this is my website, I am pretty much writing this in the business name, okay, which is businessname.com. So you write this, okay. Now, please don't move on to the next steps, even if it's intuitive, because there are some steps which are very, very important, okay. So I am not asking you to change any settings. You are supposed to write the account name, which I'm suggesting you to write your website. And then I'm asking you not to tinker with any of the steps and then go to next. Okay. Now, Google allows you to set up 100 analytics accounts. Okay. For me, I've already created 5 accounts, which I showed you on the homepage. So that's why 95 accounts are left for me. For you guys, after creation of this account, you will have 99 accounts left in case you don't have any accounts, other accounts. So then you need to press on next. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Okay. I want everyone to reply with account once your account name is written and you've pressed on name. Okay. Can everyone do that, please? Can you please reply with an account or an ACC when you're done? Quickly. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. I'm giving you time at every step so that you don't miss out and then you don't lose interest. So Ajay and Rubina have completed it. Shambhu's also completed. So is Priyanka. What about the others? Other 16 people in the room, 17 people. This is a no-brainer. I'm just asking you to add your website name. No, please create a new account because I'm telling you the steps of the account creation. Just create a test account, right? I also had so many accounts available. I'm asking you to create a test account. So on my homepage, there were multiple accounts. I created a new account. So just do that. Okay, Kabyajit, Rahul got that. Others, quickly, Siddharth, I'm giving you 30 seconds. Adding an account name is not going to take more than 30 seconds. Is everyone clear what you're doing? Why are we creating a new account? So for a particular client or a website, we are setting up GA tracking. And for that, we are following these steps. If anyone is stuck, please let me know. Please don't hesitate. Okay. Now we are going to the property setup. You are supposed to write a property name. Okay. I'm pretty much asking you to write my site here because this is not as important. The account setup name was more important. Please write my site. You can write it small. You can write it intercapitalized, whatever you want to write. Write my site here, please. Okay. Now in this step, it's very, very important. Please listen to me carefully. Firstly, all these are like normal stuff. You are wanting to change your reporting and your currency. So please change it to Indian rupee and India so that the time gets changed. But this is not the important thing. What's more important is what I'm saying next. So till now, I've asked you to add an account setup. You've added your website name. We haven't changed any settings. Then we went to next. Then we went to property setup. I pretty much asked you to enter my site. I've changed the reporting to India and the Indian currency. You don't have to tweak this because the time zone immediately comes when you enter India. Okay. So Siddharth, you were at this page, right? The home page. Okay, this is your page. Then in the home page, there is an admin page. For those people who do not have analytics set up till now, they were seeing this page. For those people who already have analytics set up, like for any other account and are setting this up again, we are pressing on create account. And that's where this is coming. Is it clear? Did you find it? Okay, I'm quickly moving on because I've again lost this, but it's okay. I'm going to quickly type it out. Okay, I'm going to press next. I'm going to look at my site. Now, this step is very important. Please don't immediately press this in a hurry. Okay, this is the most important setup. If you don't do this one correctly, then the G8 tag will only be incorrect later. Then you'll ask me why are some strange things coming on the screen. After doing this, before you press next, the most important thing is you go to advanced options and select universal analytics. If you don't select universal analytics, there will be some strange things coming on your screen, which will be confusing. So please select this. It will go, it's grayed out right now. When I just press on this, it becomes a tick and a blue. And then what I do is I go to add my website name. So for example, if this was my website name, I'm copy pasting this and I am just adding it here. Since there are two HTTPs, obviously you just need to write HTTPS and that's about it. Wait, right now, don't press on next. I'm just writing test.com, but you can write your website.com and you have to select this. I'm again repeating myself. Please don't be in a hurry. We're almost there. It's not such a big setup, but this second step is very important. After entering your website or any other unique identifier in account setup, you went to property setup, you just entered my site, you changed the time zone. Then you went to advanced options right here. Then you selected UA property, which is Universal Analytics. After July, Universal Analytics will change to GA4, Google Analytics. But right now, we are sticking to the old one because it's easier to understand. And then you enter your website URL. Okay, you can, if you remember it, you can just add it. Otherwise, go to the website and copy paste it. Then you select just create Universal Analytics property only, and then you press and enter. Any confusion in this step? So I'm going to give you 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute to complete this step, guys. And I'm also going to be explaining to you why are we doing this, because like I said, there are two ways of tracking. One is Universal Analytics, and then there is an advanced version called Google Analytics 4. There are some difference between what is the readability of metrics in a UA versus a GA4. I've given you the website link for the same. I don't want to confuse you right now with these different metrics. That's why we are sticking to UA. We still have time for 3-4 months to do UA. So that is why I'm not confusing you with Google Analytics 4. Can everyone press UA when they are done with this step, guys? I'm again telling you, if you don't select this UA and if you don't select UA property, then you will see stream ID and some strange metrics, and later you will tell me. Yeah, enter whatever website you want. You should actually enter your WordPress website, because we are also going to embed this in your website. Siddharth, under create an analytics property, the first was already selected. We are selecting the second one, which is create a universal analytics property only. We don't want GA4 at the moment. So create a new account, Sarga. Why don't you create a new account right now? It won't take time. It will just take 2 minutes to create a new UA account. Oh, you're talking about for your WordPress website, you created a new, analytics account? I mean, you can't. I don't think you can change it. Have you entered the code already? Have you embedded it already? Because then you'll have to follow the steps of a GA4. So right now, just follow the steps on how to create a new web, UA code, and later how to switch. I can also look for some resources and tell you. Otherwise, if you've not integrated the code, then either ways it doesn't matter. You can set up the code properly. So follow the steps I'm telling and go to creation of UA. In property name, we have to enter our website name. Account name was just for your recognition. Property setup in the website. Yes, you have to add your WordPress website where you want this analytics code to be added. You're eventually doing this to add your code somewhere, right? So that's why. Sarga, just create a new account with your WordPress website. We will follow the steps. Guys, UA, please. I see about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, you don't have to write HTTP because HTTP is already there. 10 people. What about the other 12 people out there? I see some new people have joined. I am while we are 40 minutes in the session, but I've pretty much gone to the analytics account, asked you to log in through your Gmail ID, and then I've asked you to write your account, just an identification through your account setup, property setup. You write your my site, then you create a universal analytics property, select this through the advanced option, then you select the create universal analytics property only, because we're not proceeding by GA4, but we're proceeding by UA. Okay, I think we've spent a lot of time on this one, so we should definitely move on, right? If you are confused, you can let me know. If you remember, I showed you this, right? I showed you these options on the PPT. So this is just for Google to know you better so that they help you with tailor experiences. So for industry, I want to I'm just trying to find something relevant for my industry, but let me just select arts at the moment. Okay. Or for that matter, is there anything to do with education? No. So let this be whatever industry your website is into, please select this. Then, how big is your business? I'm assuming that right now you've just created the website for yourself. So you can select small. If it's for some venture, you can select the number of people. I mean, you can select all the options. but you can also select the relevant option or the other option. Okay, so whatever app installs is not important for me. My site, consumer engagement, lead gen. So these are important for me. For you, whatever is important, you can select. But like I'm saying, this is just for Google. It's not going to impact your account performance. So this is not an important step. The important step was UA. Okay, and then we go to create. This is a standard terms and service of Google. I'm just clicking on accept. Otherwise, Google won't let me go forward. And then this is done. And you reach this step. Can you please complete this? Guys, another 30 seconds, 1 minute to complete this, please. And let me know when you reach this step. You should be seeing a UAID. You should be seeing a tag. Okay. These are the two things that you'll be seeing. Is there anyone who's seeing anything other than this? Is there anyone who's seeing a stream ID? Please press tag. If you are here on this screen, please press tag on your chat. Is there anyone who's seeing something else? Is anyone seeing stream ID? If you're seeing stream ID, then you've not done the UA setup properly, which is you have selected GA4 and not UA. Gadar, Ajay, Shambhu, and Ankit. Yes, you need to click on accepting terms. What is the challenge? Anyone is stuck somewhere? Anyone is not seeing this? Let me know. I'm also going to give you a link on a step-by-step setting up of Google Analytics. Okay. This is nothing but a support page on Google. You are not able to see. Priyanka, what do you see? This is a step-by-step support. This is for both GA4 as well. If later you want to see for GA4. Okay. So, some of the steps will be common, which is create account, etc. But then there will be a stream ID for GA4. That's why I don't want you to get confused with GA4 at the moment. Priyanka, I'm waiting for you. Please tell me, what are you able to see? You got a tracking ID. So Alexino, you got the tag. You got the tag, right? This one. The tracking ID and the tag, you got it? Yes, we need to select India. Priyanka, we're going to give you 30 seconds. And anyone else as well. Logged out. What do you mean logged out? Are you logged out? I'm waiting for others. I'm trying to give you some step. So most of the websites, like the references, are upgrading how to move from UA to GA4. But there was someone who wanted to downgrade, right? I believe it was, forgetting the name. Someone had Sarga. You wanted to downgrade. So I have not seen this videos, because obviously I mean these websites, because I'm just going through it, while talking to you. But you can probably look up on this in case you've already embedded GA4. Okay, so there are various websites which are asking you how to downgrade, but this is just for Sarga. Okay, others please ignore it. Okay, can I move on, guys? Can I please move on to WordPress? All good. Everyone has the GA4. Everyone has the UA tag. You don't have to right now, just stay on the page, Rubina. Stay on the page which we have. Okay, you can obviously save this somewhere, but at the moment, stay on this page. Okay, now I am going to the WordPress page, and there was one person. Sorry, I didn't have my screen shared. Yeah, so I'm here. This is the page. This is open in some other window. Now there was this one person who mentioned about not having a WordPress. So please hold on right now. I can share with you the steps. I mean, while this was for Blogger, but it should be very similar to how to do it for any other blogging website. So adding GA tag to blog. Okay, so I'm sharing this link, but again, it's, I think, just for Rahul or someone who asked me. Others, please ignore this, okay? Now, anyone who has any questions till now, let me know. Okay, otherwise, I'm moving on. Now, yeah, this is applicable for if you go to placing of tag. This should be applicable for both. But let me double check it while telling you about it. Yes, it should be. I mean, it should be applicable for both. But okay, let me see. Actually, it shows GID, and here it's UID. So maybe it's GA. Let me come back to you. Good question, Rahul. Let me come back to you, okay, on this. I'm just making a note on your learner expectations so that I remember, which is analytics, UA embed on blog, right? So I'll come back to it, okay? Now let's quickly move on. We've spent a lot of time on this. Now we were at this step, and I already told you that there are some very critical steps. Okay, the critical steps were you had to select UA and you create a universal analytics property. You have to tick this, and then you have to add your website, and then you had to create a universal analytics property. Okay, now we are going to WordPress. So you created a Google tag, Google Analytics tag at the back end, but how does your website know that the analytics will have to be tracked, right? So now we're going to website. Okay, everyone clear what we're doing, why we're doing? I'm not only telling you the steps, but also telling you the logic behind it, okay? Now, what you're supposed to do is, this is your WordPress website. Everyone is familiar with this website? Okay, I'm just probably deactivating one of the things so that I can tell you from scratch. Let me see if this is deactivated. Okay, so now this is your WordPress website backend. Is everyone familiar, or does this seem very complicated? Rubina, I'm showing my screen. Is there anyone else also facing an issue of not seeing my screen? I'm on the WordPress backend. All good? You can see? Rubina, please check at your end. Okay, now, everyone familiar? What does a WordPress plugin mean? What is a WordPress plugin? Anyone would like to tell me? What do we mean by a plugin? I'm sure you know WordPress by now. No one knows a plugin. Why do we install plugins in WordPress? So you can consider plugin as apps, yeah. So, you know, when you are using your phone, you're using a Play Store or an App Store, and maybe you want to do something more for WhatsApp, say there are some additional WhatsApp emojis or something. there are these additional compatible applications which helps you further with WhatsApp or any other platform or any other application, right? So this WordPress is your software or your application itself, and plugins are compatible with WordPress. Those which are compatible are right here, and they help you improve or increase the efficiency of your WordPress website. Okay. Now, on the left hand side, you have an option called Add New under the plugins. You go to Add New. Okay. When you add new, there is a search button on the top. So please search for the button called header and footer. Now, even if you press header, you will be able to see it. But if you want to make it more precise, then select header footer. When you select header footer, the initial plugins that you'll be able to see is HNF by Stefano Lisa. Yes, it helps to enhance the website performance, and all of you are right. Siddhi, Ankit, Vishal. Okay. Can everyone please download this plugin? Go to plugin, go to add new, go to header footer, select header footer. You will see header footer and post injection. This is what it looks like. HNF in blue. It is by Stefano Lisa. Anyone who can't see it, please let me know. Otherwise, please do it with me. Please look at HNF. So again, this is your website. This is the plugin. You add a new plugin. You search for header footer and you get this plugin. Please press HF on chat when you see the header footer plugin. And after that, click on install now. And when you click on install now, there is an activate in blue and you click on activate. Can you please do that steps for me? Go to plugin, go to add new, search for header footer. Okay, please press HF on the chat when you're done. Go to search header footer. When you go to search header footer, then you go to HNF, okay, by Stephanie Lisa. Okay, when you're done with that, you press on install now, then you press on activate. Can we do that, guys? Please, I've mentioned to you on chat as well. Quickly. You're right on track. Okay, so you can take that steps. Giving 30 seconds more, guys. Taking it very slow initially. The first half of the session is all about setup. The second half of the session is all about leveraging Google Analytics, because setup is one thing, but you also need to know how to read the reports. Upgrade and install. It should not ask you to upgrade and install. It will just ask you to install, activate, install now and activate. You probably already have HNF and it's asking you to upgrade a new one. That could be the reason. Otherwise, how we saw on the screen, it will just ask you to activate, install and activate. Can we move on, guys? Any questions? More people in the room. Akash, Akrit, Alexino is also, I think, gone silent. I'm not sure, sorry. Mahi, Nikki, Rashi, Vidya, Tejashri, not hearing from some of you. So, Shambhu, don't write it down, just do it. So, like I told you, let me again deactivate and tell you. I want to take as much time right now, and sorry if some people are finding it a little repetition, but please bear with your group. Okay, I'm going to plugins. I'm going to add new. Okay, I'm going to header footer. Now look at the plugins which are showing. If I go to, sorry. Okay. If I go to something like a rank math, which I already have downloaded, it's asking me to update and stuff, right? Because it's already downloaded. Okay. But if I go to a plugin which is not downloaded, it will ask me this. It will ask me to install. It will ask me to activate. And then it will show up in my installed plugins list, which is here. So header and footer gets added here, which is right here. Is that clear, Siddharth? Sorry, Shambhu. Okay, Nikki. I mean, ideally you should be doing this because later it's very hard. I mean, that it's a very simple step, but it takes a lot of effort to do this. So if you've not put any plugins, then you download a new plugin. Okay, no worries. See where you stuck. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to help you out. Okay. Otherwise, the next step, which is very important, is then you go to settings. Okay. When you go to plugins in the install plugins, you will see the plugin that you've installed, right? So if you've installed HNF, then it will show. Okay. You can also see the details of this plugin, which is HNF. Okay. Now, when we go to settings now, we see header and footer. Is everyone seeing header and footer in their settings, guys? Please say yes if you're seeing header and footer in your settings. Okay. Now, what we're doing is we're going to settings, we're going to go to header and footer, and this is what it shows you, which is this is nothing but an application which helps you add things to header and footer. Okay, we are talking so much about header and footer. Does anyone know what is a header and footer of a website? Anyone who can tell me what is a header and footer of a website? So this is a Myntra, right? Whether you go to the home and living page, whether you go to any other section of the page, this thing remains constant on the entire website, irrespective of the pages. And this thing remains constant. Okay. So I'm going to the beauty page. Under the beauty page, I'm going to the hair accessory page. And then again, this is constant. This is constant. And it's not just Myntra. It's the same for Amazon. It's the same for Upgrad. It's the same for any website. Header, footer. Okay. Header, these things. Footer, these things. Is everyone clear what is header and footer? Well, Chandrani, it depends on what you want to include in header and footer. But yes, header should ideally be the sitemap, the various section, and footer should be other things that you want them to know. Okay, great. So we are using the header and footer plugin to add something to the header and footer. Now, let's go to the PPT. Okay. We went to plugin, downloaded HNF. We saw HNF in plugins. Okay. Then we went to settings. We saw header and footer, right? Now, what I want you to see very, very carefully is that this is the tag or the tracking code for this property. Property is nothing but your website. Copy and paste this code as the first item into the head of every web page if you want to track it, whichever you want to track. So the copy and paste this code to the head of every web page. Now I'm going back to WordPress. What does it say? Head on every web page, only on home page, mobile, body. Okay, like this is like the website, and it's also segregated by if you want something different on mobile, right? So where am I supposed to paste the code per the instructions, guys? And why are we placing the code? That's my second question. But first tell me, where am I supposed to paste the code basis what it's written here? Copy and paste this code as the first item into the head of every web page. So where am I supposed to paste it? Head page. Okay. Head page of home page, head page of every page. Where exactly? It clearly tells me head of every web page, and this clearly tells me head on every web page. So I pretty much go here, I copy paste the entire tag. Please don't be selective. Please copy paste the entire thing. Okay. And go here, go to paste, don't edit anything. Okay. And then you just press a save. Is everyone clear on this step? And this is about it for activating your UA, which is analytics tag. Can everyone press ahead when this is done, guys? Can you please do that? Please press head when this is done. Quickly, we're almost there. Anyone who has any confusion on how did we get the tag, why did we download the plugin, why did we copy paste, why didn't we put it on the body page? Now my second question which I am asking you, why are we putting on every web page and why are we not putting the home page? Because at the end of the day, I don't want a customer to just go to I don't want to just track what people are doing on the main homepage, right? I also want to track that, if I'm coming here, I go to the two things which I go very frequently is Amazon Mini, and I also go to Fresh, which is groceries, right? And then if on need basis I search what I want from Amazon. So they want to see, right, that I came here, then I went to buy, then I went to gift or coupons or wherever I went. If you just place it on the home page, then beyond that what I did will not be visible to GA. That's why it's on the head of every web page, because the head is common, right? Any questions, guys, or are we good? Is there anyone who's not following but not telling me? There are 25 people in the room. Okay, so now I'm going to do, so Ajay, that's the next level question that you're asking me. So there is a Google Analytics, which is about, in general, your website. And then there is something called Google Tag Manager. You would have a separate setup sessions for that also. That's pretty much about how Facebook Pixel or search tags, like it talks about other ad formats. GA talks about overall, website engagement or user behavior, and Facebook and all talks about right from the time you've run the ad, how have they behaved. So it's more about Facebook user journey. So you got to learn about that in Google Tag Manager. So do you have a WordPress website, Sarga? Whether you did it from GoDaddy or okay, so you don't have a WordPress website. Okay, let me see if I can get some resource for you. while the other people look at other things, I am going to get resources for both of you into for blog as well as GoDaddy. Okay. If you let me see what I can get to you. Okay. No, more than one tag for one property, there'll be only GA tag. What will you do with multiple tags? You'd want to know the overall customer's behavior, right? So what will you do with multiple tags, Ajay, for one website? It's the same website by Flow, right? Okay, we are almost midway into the session. So I'm going to do a mid-session poll. Please participate in the poll and then we'll get started again. Okay, so let me see if you don't, let me know if you don't see the poll in your screen. Okay, I'm going to give you 1 minute for the poll and about a 2-3 minutes break time because I want you to come with a fresh mind. Okay, so we're going to regroup at 5:12. Okay, not like giving you a lot of time, but about 5:12 for any bio break or any quick water that you want. Okay, please come back because otherwise you'll miss what we're going to do next. Okay, so 3 more minutes from now. Okay, I hope everyone's back. Let me see how the poll is going. Okay, so most of the people seem to be happy, but there are a couple of people who are not very content with the session. Okay. Now, irrespective of what you've rated, could you please let me know if there's anything else that you are expecting? I'm again going back to the expectations. So guys, if you don't tell me your expectations, but if you at the end of the day are dissatisfied, then frankly it's going to be your loss, because we might see each other in another session, but it might be possible that you don't see me again. So I might not ever get a chance to work on the things that you mentioned, right? I won't get a chance to next time come up with something different, right? So my point is, please let me know now, what are you expecting, so that I can tweak the remaining 1 hour according to that. Okay, so I'm again going to the screen where we're going to regroup on the expectations. Can everyone say back? Those people who are back, 24 people in the room, can you please say back if you're here with me? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, other people, are you away? 9, 10, or passive, or called it a day? Okay. Okay, perfect. I see most of the people are here. So thanks for being back on time. Okay, so I'm again going back to the expectations of the session. Anything else other than the 3 things that you guys had mentioned earlier? Is there anyone else who experienced some challenges before and or thought of some expectations? Anything else you want to know in the next half? I mean, not even half, we'll just have 45 minutes. Quickly, guys, let me know, please. That's the entire intent of the mid-session poll, to realign expectations. Okay, so how many people have not been able to create and place the G8 tag on their website? Can you please tell me someone who's still stuck? Guys, if you're not talking, I mean, I feel a little concerned. Anyone who could not complete the tag? Okay, so Shambhu couldn't do it with the upgrade. So Shambhu, did you, because I can't see your screen, but did you try to click on upgrade and did you see what you're seeing next? What about the others? The 2 people who stuck with GoDaddy and blog, could you not complete this? Are those 2 people also there? Let me know, guys. Put the tag on the blog settings. Great. Okay, so it's pretty much an upgrade of WordPress altogether, which you're saying. That'll be an issue then. Okay, you'll have to then figure that out, because that's not a GA thing then. But I'm quickly moving on, guys. And I also wanted to tell you that while here we pasted the tag on and this page might be a little blurred, but I wanted to show you this snapshot, which is while right now we pasted on the head, but there might be some places where they will ask you to place it on the home page, okay, and not really the head page. Say, for example, the Google Search Console, which is to manage all other Google properties, it might ask you. So just follow the instructions and that should be good. Okay, now these are the things that we're going to be discussing in the next 40 to 45 minutes, and I'll be happy to even stay for another 5-10 minutes if you want. Okay, so these are the various reports which are available, and even if you go and see in your homepage, okay, you will be able to see these reports which are already there, right? So these are the few reports. There might be some of your sites, like right now, I just created a website. So it's, a tag, and that also a dummy tag, right? So it doesn't have any data. But if I go to some other website, you will be able to see some data which is visible, right? So for that, you'll also have to have a functional website. Okay, so I'll quickly move on and show you the various reports which are available. So see, if it's a functional website, you'll see some data which is visible here. Okay, now since I can't show that particular data in detail, so I'm going to just go to the main page and try to play around on some of the reports which are available. Okay, so before we go on to the reports, we also need to see what are the various metrics which you should be seeing on all the reports. Okay, so real-time reports are those reports which show you the data as of now. So today, if I've created a new tag and you've added on the website, and if it's done correctly, then you will be, as people are visiting your website, you'll see the numbers rising. Okay, and then there are these ABC reports for various use cases, which we will come to later. Okay, so users are the total number of people who are coming to your website. Okay, and new users are those who are coming to your website for the first time. For example, if I went to Amazon 2 days back, then I am a user for them, and I've been going to Amazon for a while. However, if I go to if Amazon sees a monthly data, like the Amazon marketing manager who's looking at GA is looking at a monthly data, then I will not be quantified as a new user, because I have been visiting website over the period of time and not for the first time. Okay, the third metric is about page views. In one particular, like overall, how many pages are being viewed. Okay, so a website comprises of a lot of pages, right? So this is counted as one page view, then this is counted as second page view, then I can also go into another product, and that's another page view, right? So this is the page views. Then the third metric is called session. Session means that at one particular point of time, what am I browsing? Okay, so each time a user initiates a session, that gets added. Okay, now we will also tell you we'll also go through the session cutoff. How much time, say I'm on a website for 4 hours, that still doesn't mean one session, because after every 30 minutes at an average, it gets counted as a session time. But if I've dropped off below 30 minutes and then I've logged in again, then also it's one session. Okay, so I'll come back to that when I go through the reports, and I have some quizzes also for you. Now, bounce rate is nothing but when I'm going to a page but not taking any action. So for example, I go to upgrad.com for taking up a course, but then I get a phone call and I just drop off. So I'm a bounce. However, if I go and click on explore the courses and then I drop off, then I'm not a bounce. Then I've taken an action. Okay, so for being calculated as a bounce, you can't click on any of these. You have to basically take no action on the page. Either I go to upgrad.com and before the website loads, when this loading is happening and I switch off, that's also a bounce. But if I go to the page and not take an action, that's also a bounce. Rubina, nothing. You just have to paste the tag and then your Google Analytics has started. So then, like how I've pasted the tag. So right now I did this is the page that I created, right? So this is my business name. So after you've created the tag, let me go to the home page. This is the home page, right? So in the home page, whatever my account is, say my business name and my site, this was the thing. So you will start getting data here on your particular site basis, and all the reports for every account basis how the users are interacting. So the first step was only for enabling the Google Analytics account. Okay. Yes, you have to obviously click on save. In the WordPress website, when you press on head, you have to click on save. Since I'm using someone else's website, I didn't really save this, but you definitely have to click on save. And that's where it gets activated. Okay, let me delete this as well before I forget to do this for someone's website. Okay, so any other questions for anyone who are still stuck with header footer? Let me know. Okay, so now moving on. So like I can't show any of my clients' data, but each of the report is going to have, like, there are these real-time and ABC reports, like I told you. Okay, let's not look at the attribution at the moment. In real-time report, you get to know that how many people are at the moment going through your website, where are they coming from, which locations are they coming from, etc. So you can go through that. Okay, so in an audience report, you can get to know more about what your audiences are, which location are they coming from, which interest category are they coming from, which they're coming from some device particularly, etc. Overview of any report gives you a summary, and then and no data is again showing because, like I said, at the moment I've just created a tag, and that also a dummy one. Okay, so some of the number definitions which I told you right now: users, all the people who visited, new users. And if you hover on this, you also see the definitions, right? And this is date range wise. So you can also select a particular date range, and actually tells you between 25 to 31 how many new users are there, how many new users are there. So again, for Amazon, if the date is April 1 to April 7th, then I am still a new user, probably because I've come for the first time during the date range, right? How many sessions have I initiated? So I went to Amazon 2-3 times while talking to you. Now again, if I go to Amazon, this is another session for me if I've engaged with the site, right? Now, number of sessions per user is nothing but the total sessions divided by the total users. Okay, and then page views is the total pages which are viewed. Pages per session is again about page views per the session. So that's just a division. Average session duration means in one particular session how much time I've spent. So in the last session for Amazon, I've spent just hardly 2 seconds. And bounce rate means how many people are without taking, out of the entire users, how many people without taking any action are just going off. Okay, now if we look at a very evolved website, and this is for another test account, some client's account, which is askganesha.com. It's an astrology website. Okay, now if you look at the data, because it's a very popular website, so it gets a lot of data. So you see that 900,817 are the users for this particular time window that they're viewing. New users, almost half of them are new users. Okay, there's also a graph on the side, a pie chart, which gives a skew between new and returning. Okay, which is nothing but users minus new users are returning visitors, right? Then sessions is how many times people came. So There are 9817 users, but the session is 11716. What does this mean? If the sessions are more than the users, what does this mean? Anyone who's been paying attention to my definitions will understand this. Please use your chat and tell me. Rubina, you've raised your hand. Please use your chat and tell me. If the sessions are more than the number of users, what does that mean? So that just means that there are few users who are coming in more than once, right? Like clicked on sites multiple times. Yeah, you're right. They've visited the site more than once. So 9817 people have visited more than once, and that's why it's 11716, right? Number of sessions per user, I already told you, is a division between sessions divided by users. That's why 1.19, which also means that more than once they are coming. Okay. Page views are the total page on the website which are viewed. Pages per session is again a division. Average session at one point of time, they stay for 2.5 odd minutes. Okay. Bounce rate is 35%. That is, of all the users, 35% of them are coming and dropping off. Okay. Of all the sessions. Any questions on the audience report? Is there any metric that you don't understand? Or any questions? Let me know. Yes, so Vishal, Alexino, Priyanka, you all are correct. So Rubina, like I already told you, so maybe you are getting a little confused. We are here, right? This is your various analytics accounts which are available. So this is the platform home. Actually, let's not go here. Let's actually go to this is the home page. It's loading, just a sec. Right now, this is the home page for this particular account. You have to, we went to the admin, right? These are the various accounts which are there in your admin. Okay. When you go to create account, you will see that there are already new accounts which exist, and these are the new accounts that you created. Right now, we created this account, then we used a code, then we pasted that code on GA, right? Now, when you go to home, all the accounts which you created, for me, there are about 6 accounts. They are right here. Then you select the particular account that you want to view to. So I've selected this account that you created. I can also select the previous one. Okay, which is this. Okay, right now no data is showing because these are all dummy accounts, right? I've not really integrated. So this is where you can see the report. You can, for this particular account, which is my blog account, I can see the report, which is the real-time report, the audience report, acquisition report, and so on. Is that clear to you? Everything is zero because there is no data right now. You will get the data when people start coming in. Right now, I already showed to you that if I go to my one of my clients' account here, there will be data showing up. But right now, I can't show you my client's data. That's why I've taken permission and showing data for one of the accounts which they're okay to share data. So anyone who's created already properly pasted the code on their website, can anyone give me one website, please? Anyone who's right now correctly pasted the GA code on their website, which is they followed the steps. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to just show you how the numbers start showing. Okay. So Priyanka and as well as Siddharth has done it. Okay. So Siddharth, how many numbers do you see? So now I've clicked on Siddharth website, which comes across as like a simple information page. Okay. And then I've clicked on Priyanka's website as well. Okay. Which seems like a tempting cake website which she's created. Okay. Now I would request some of you people to also click on Siddharth and Priyanka's website. Can you click on these websites, please? Those which are given to you on the chat, can you please click on it? Can some people click on these two websites quickly, guys? Okay. Now, Priyanka, you are seeing one. That's because I went to the website. Now, when more and more people go, now Priyanka and Siddharth, do you see the numbers rising? When more and more people are clicking on the website, so you'll be able to go to the real-time report and the users will start increasing once more people click. And Rubina, this is how the numbers will see. Now Priyanka says 6. So out of this session, there are 6 people. Maybe it could be some external people also, but I'm assuming it's between us. And Siddharth sees 8. So you have your peer group cheering for you. So Rubina, now are you clear how the numbers will rise? Okay. So now we're moving on. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. Now is your time to start thinking a bit. And sorry again if it's really blurred. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit more on what a session is. Okay. So a session is nothing but the same user making multiple interaction on your website within a particular time frame. And it has to be a single string. So if I am going to Amazon and dropping off and coming again, it's not counted as the same session. It's different sessions. But the default setting of GA is 30 minutes. If you want to change the settings, you can go to the settings option and change it. Okay. So for example, I am on, like, after I had like a 4-5 hours of training since morning and a lot of house chores, and I'm really tired in the evening. Okay. So I'm thinking of what should I do in the evening. So probably I'm going to go to a Book My Show and figure out what to do. Okay. So I went to the Book My Show homepage. Then I went to movies. What are the movies around me? Because a movie hall is just 1 kilometer. So my page 2 is view page. The next one is movies. Okay. Then I went to a particular movie. Okay. Whatever, Tu Jhuti Main Makar, whatever that movie is going on, right? Then I'm like, no, it just has like a 6.8 IMDb rating, so I'm not going to care about it. Then I probably went to a comedy show page and I'm like, okay, I need something light. And then I finally purchased the ticket of a comedy show through Book My Show. It might have even been possible that I would have not purchased it. Now it took me 15 minutes. Had it taken me 45 minutes, then also after 30 minutes, it would have counted as one session. And the second one would have been another session. If I completed this in 15 minutes, it would be one session. If I completed this in 45 minutes, it will be 2 sessions. Is everyone understanding the concept of a session? Please let me know. And if yes, I'm going to ask you some questions now. It's your time to kind of tell me what you've understood, okay? Now I'm going to explain this to you and then I'm going to ask you a question. And why we are doing this is pretty much to make you understand what the, someone has raised their hand. Akash, maybe it's by mistake. Okay. So the intent is to understand what are the definitions of these metrics, because later I've also got some reports for you guys. So I visited Priyanka's site, the cake site, on March 1 at 11 a.m. Okay. So I visited homepage, about page, contact page, and I spent 25 minutes browsing through the pages. So I'm the only user to the website. Because imagine Priyanka just set up the analytics profile and I'm the first user. Okay. Now, please help me understand how are the 2-3 metrics around sessions going to look like, new users going to look like, overall users going to look like, and page views going to look like. Is everyone clear on the question? I came and I spent 25 minutes on Priyanka's page. I am the only person visiting in the last 30 minutes. Okay. Then I went to contact page, home page, about page. Okay. My question to you is, how many sessions, how many users, how many new users? Okay. I want you to tell me this. And how many page views? So Priyanka says 1 session, 1 user, 1 new user, and page views, Priyanka. What about page views? Vishal says 1 new user. Rubina says 1 user. Siddhi, you are saying 1. I don't know what you mean by 1. Sarga says 3 page views. Priyanka, 1 new. Okay, great. So we're good. We're good with this. So 1 session, 1 user, which is me, and 1 session because it's less than 30 minutes. We are going by the default settings. As it is at 11:30, started from 11. 1 session, 1 user, 1 new user, 3 page views because homepage, about, contact. Okay. Now let's make it a little more advanced. Okay. I'm again coming at 1 p.m. Now in my second visit, I go to the homepage and contact page because I've already know about Priyanka's page, right? Now this time I spent 35 minutes. And again, since morning 11 till 3 p.m., I am the only one on your page. What does your analytics look like now? So I'm again repeating myself. I'm now coming back. So this is my second time, okay? I'm coming back on the page. Okay, this time I'm going to about, I'm not going to about page, I'm going to home page and I'm going to contact page. This time I'm spending 35 minutes and I'm the only person on the page since morning 11 a.m. What does the analytics page now look like for users, new users, number of sessions, and number of page views? Can you please write this all in one chat? Priyanka says sessions 2, page views 2. How is it page views 2? Earlier I had 3 page views, so 2 more you mean. New users 0, users 2. How is it user 2? I'm the same user. Okay. Page views 2. Okay, 2135. Alexino has kept it short. Nikki's session has increased to 2. Okay, by the way, the session was more than 30 minutes. So it is 2 sessions right now, right? Let's go back. In the first case, 1 session because less than 25 minutes, 1 user because it's just me, new user, me coming for the first time, page views 3, homepage, about, contact. In the second one, sessions has increased to 3 because 1 for 25 minutes, 1 for 30 minutes, and 1 for 5 minutes. The one exceeding 30 here doesn't add up to this 5. It's a 25-minute single session, 30-minute session, plus 5-minute session. So 3 sessions. New users 1 because I'm the only one who's visited the page since morning. Total users 2. Okay. If I'm seeing a particular time range, otherwise from right now we are not talking about a unique user. We are actually talking about total users. In GA4, there's this concept of unique users, but I'm talking about total. So total will be 2 and page views is 5. Is anyone confused about any of these concepts? Rahul, since sessions are 2, do the page views also get replicated? Yeah, so page views are 3 pages earlier and 2 pages now. So that is why it is 3 plus 2. Vishali, any questions? Rubina, I'm not sure of your question. Rubina, sorry, what do you mean? Let me know. How did the figure of 30 minutes come? Is it a base? It's Siddharth, it's a default. We had mentioned this here. It's a default setting by Google Analytics. If you want to change it, you can go to the backend and change it to, if you feel that at an average, your customers only come for 20 minutes, you can do 20 minutes. Okay. So, Rubina, here the definition of users is total users, not the unique users. So that is why it's adding as 2, which is the total number of people coming. But like I said, in GA4, the definition is different. Okay. So let's quickly move on, guys. We just have 15 minutes and I don't want to hold you back on a Saturday. Okay. Now, there is this demographics report, which pretty much tells you which age group is working. Now, imagine I just have 20,000 rupees in my budget. Okay. My client is just giving me 20,000 to do all kind of marketing. Now, till now, I was targeting right from the age of 18 to 65. But in this report, I realized that actually more people are coming in the age group of 18 to 24 and 35 to 44. Actually, even 25 to 34, right? So basically, 18 to 44 are the people who are coming, especially 65 plus, I should totally let it out. Okay. So, right. So accordingly, I can now take a decision, right? Depending on the data which is available. We've discussed this: new users, sessions, bounce rate, pages, all these definitions. We've spent a lot of time. Leave out conversions for now. Now, my question to you is, what metric, because there are a lot of metrics. So what metric are you going to sort this page by, this particular report? Because as it, you will have to sort the report, right? Otherwise, there's so much data. I don't know which one to give focus on. My second question to you is, which age group, according to you, is working best? Because I can't just see users. They also need to be taking some good action, right? And my third question to you is, which age group will you exclude in your marketing campaign? So basically, I'm telling you that I'm running this campaign for askganesha.com. Like, this is pretty much my website. Till now, there are various people coming on the website. You have all the acquisition and behavior metrics available. So the first question is, how will you do the sorting? Because in 18 to 24, one metric will be higher, one would be lower. So which metric? So, you know, there is a, whenever you sort, you will see this arrow, right? Like how you apply sorting and filters, right? And my third question is, which are you going to, which age group is working well and which age group is not working well, which is to be excluded? Is everyone clear on the question? And can you please tell me? Yes, Sarga, 35 minutes will be considered as 2 sessions if you haven't changed the default settings to 30 minutes, from 30 minutes. It will be counted by as 2 sessions. Yeah, so Rahul, hold on to this thought about users. Let me give you some resource, because 2 of you seem to have a lot of questions, confusion about users, right? So let me give you some particular resource by for the definition of users, total and unique. Okay, so I am going back to the screen and I want all of you to tell me this quickly because we don't have so much time left. In a demographic report, which thing are you going to sort it by? Which metric? And which age group is working best and which age group is working worst? So you will exclude it. And there is no wrong or right answer. It's pretty much about how you look at optimizing through your reports. Now, one smart way of also doing it is that you look at the first line item, which is the averages, and then you see which is bringing that average up and down, right? So, for example, the 35 to 44, while it's very close, but the 65 people and the 35 to 54 people are spending the least amount of time on the page. That means they're least interested. And the pages also they are viewing is the minimum. Okay. So that's why you have to read this data properly. Anyone would like to give me an answer? So you will select age as a metric. No, age is already listed. How will you select age as a metric? I didn't understand that. Let me see what people have given. Sort by new users. How does it really matter a lot to you how many are old and how many are new? Why is it so important to sort it by them? Remove 65 plus with you. The 65 plus are not doing well. Sort by new user. Second, 25 to 34, 18 to 24, 35 to 44. Got that, Priyanka? Third, 65. Okay. 18 to 34. Paid session as a metric. New user as a metric can be excluded. So, if I was you and like I said, no wrong or right answer, I would actually sort it by the average session duration. And I've in fact actually sorted by that only. And that's because of the fact that the more time someone is spending on the page, my assumption is that they are most interested, or for that matter, even pages by session. New users is not as important to me. I mean, it's good that in that age group, there are a lot of people who are interested, but I don't know whether the new users will be as interested in terms of more time spent. I mean, this entire average session duration and pages per session, I'm not distinguishing between users and new users, right? I'm pretty much looking at total. So that's why I will be more concerned to sort out by behavior metrics rather than the number, because behavior tells me the inclination. But like I said, totally your choice. The second thing is, like I think Priyanka rightly said, 25 to 34, very interested, good number of pages, even 18 to 24, even, 35 to 54. No, but I'm not sure. 35 to 54, they are viewing less pages and minimum time. But yes, they are bouncing off less. So yes, you can look at that. And definitely 65 plus, because very less numbers. So that's why it can be thought of dropping off. Okay. Now let's keep moving on. And also it's like individual users are viewing your page. But yeah, if same users, Alexano, are coming back again and again, then what's the harm, as long as they take an action. So let's quickly keep moving on because we want to look at other reports as well, right? So in the audience report, you can also categorize it by male and female gender, depending on the kind of products which are being used. Typically, you will not exclude a gender unless it's a very gender specific product. Okay. Then looking at affinity categories, which is nothing but affinity is the interest areas. These people, they are actually coming to an astrology website, but they are tagged at the back end as a shopper. So their affinity is shopping, even if they're coming on the astrology category, okay? In market are those people who are right there searching for something. So someone is searching for iPhone. So they are the in-market customers for iPhone, right? Because they're actually there searching. But affinity is the interest category. This is just nothing but some definitions that you see in your social and display marketing as well. But now my question to you is, in this particular report, a lot of data on the screen, but maybe you can just look at top 3 to 5. What metric will you sort it by here? And again, which interest category is working best? And how are you going to eventually use this affinity report in your campaign? Anyone who can tell me that how is an affinity report going to be used in your campaign, and what kind of sorting are you going to do? So I'm again showing the PPT so that you can clearly see it, because a lot of data on the screen. So between food and beauty, let's keep it simple. Which is that you'll sort it by? Which one is working best? And once you've identified which one is working best, how will you use it in your campaign? Anyone who'd like to tell me this? Quickly, guys, we are kind of a little running over time. Anyone? So, if you look at it, again, my answer remains pretty much similar, which is, I will again sort it by a mix of the behavioral traits, pages per session, and average session duration. But it seems to be pretty much similar. So 234 is the average session duration, and most of them are around the same, okay? Now, bounce rate, somehow the media people are bouncing off a lot, and also their session duration is the least, okay? But now if I look at it, all of these 5 seem to be pretty much neck to neck, but something like media entertainment is something which is increasing the bounce rate. So I will be wary about these, okay? Now, if I think of it from a sessions perspective as well, it says 2.91%. That is, the frequency of these guys coming back again is less. So people who are into food and dining, 1931 users, but they are coming, each one of them are coming. I mean, this is almost 104% times that they are coming, right? I mean, 2264 divided by 1931. So they're coming more number of times as compared to a media entertainment category people, right? So that is something I can look at, the frequency of the people coming. Then I can look at bounce rate, and then I can look at average session. So I'm having a concern with media entertainment, okay? And I'm not looking at others, but even lifestyle are the lowest, but I can look at that. Now, how will I eventually get this added on my campaign is that that means that I should add, say, the beauty wellness people, which are spending the maximum amount of time, bounce rate is closer to average. Maybe I should add them as a category in my social and display campaigns. And that could also be that people who are interested in beauty and wellness, they are really a little curious about astrology, their health, their looks. I mean, they are much more perceptive in nature. So that is why they're interested in astrology. Just a connection, right? But anyone else who thinks a little differently, I think for this particular category, it's not very different. It's very neck to neck. But yeah, a lot of you are saying that food and dining is working best. And that's because it's showing the minimum bounce rate and, a good session duration and all that, which is fair. Okay. Now let's quickly move on So there could be a similar thing by location. Now you've got a hang of it that in all the reports, there are going to be similar metrics, and you will have to do a sorting out, and then you'll have to do a reading up a bit. So I'm sure you've got a hang of it. Okay, so I'm not going to repeat this, right? Now, this is very, very important because you would have seen that in a lot of your paid media campaigns, you can add mobile level targeting, right? Device level targeting. So this helps you save money. Like iPhone clearly stands out, but then you also see that these phones don't have that many users as well, right? iPhone is all clubbed in one. That's why it stand out. But you can target at the device level. Okay. Now you can also see that where are these people coming from? So people are either coming through SEO for this is a very important report which is about sources. So people are either coming through direct organic, organic, which is SEO, or they're actually typing out askganesha.com, or they're coming through Facebook, but there are very less numbers here. So this is the way you can get to know that your overall traffic is coming from which sources. But like someone asked about Facebook, if you have a Facebook pixel implemented, you will be able to see the success of your Facebook campaigns even better. Okay. Now, which pages are doing well? So within the Ask Ganesha website, there are some pages which are doing even better. So definitely in your paid ad campaigns, that pages should be your landing pages. You should be promoting it more. You should be replicating the content of these pages on your other pages. So these are some of the ways you can use this particular data. Just a sec. For some reason, my website page is hung. So right now I showed you the screenshots, but now that your website is implemented, you can even go and play around with this. Right now, like I said, your GA is implemented. Like I said, right now no data is showing, but you can really go back and see the behavior, how many people are coming back, which device are they coming from. You can really toggle around with this data, and just for an understanding on what's your website health, as well as using it in your paid media campaigns. Okay, so you can have a look at all this later.